Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You're in our Stitchuation room, Monday through Friday, virtual stitching retreat. I'm at 7 a.m. Mountain here, 8 a.m. Central. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Hi, hello. This is a stitching retreat, virtual, where you hang out with me and follow me on my sewing journey. And I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. Great to see everybody this morning. Hello, y'all. Yeah, good to see everybody. We've got Frito here, and she wants to say good morning too. Hi. There she is. Hello, Frito. I don't have my camera on a tripod, so I have to turn my laptop. Hope you guys don't mind. But she's patiently waiting. Well, I'm glad I'm back too. I missed you guys too. Let's turn this down just a little bit. And get Miss Frito over here. Here, come here. What do we got going? That's the refrigerator. Let's do that. There you go, sweet girl. Hello. Yeah, I just have to turn it down just right. Yeah, we got belly rubs for Frito. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. She's been getting so many belly rubs here from my grandchildren. She loves it. Wait, here, you want to go brush your teeth? There you go. All right, bye-bye. A rawhide a day keeps her out of the veterinarian dental office. Love it. So, oh, thank you, Peggy. Abby and Snoopy say they missed you. I missed you guys too. We are up here in Colorado, and the last 4 days, we were staying at the Loveland RV Resort. Very nice place. A little cramped, but got us in just fine. We enjoyed that. And I did a couple of events with the Longmont Quilt Guild. So we had about a 20-minute drive to go down there every day. And let me show you guys, I've got a picture. At the guild meeting, there was, let's see here we go. Yeah. So here is part of the group. I got them as they were leaving. I was all finished. I had done a lecture demo. You can see here's the scan and cut, and here is my embroidery machine. So I showed how to do snaplique to the guild. We had about 100 people there. They have a very thriving guild up there in Longmont. So congratulations to all you quilters up there. And they have a big embroidery group. And then they also had a gentleman who had a setup showing on Zoom. And there were about 30 or so people on Zoom. And then the next day was a class at the Moose Lodge. And that is the embroidery group, a big part of them at the Moose Lodge. So you can see I got my little headset on here, and I had a speaker in the back. And there are the ladies. There's Claudia. She brought me up here. I want to thank Claudia for hosting, and Vern. And we just really enjoyed ourselves so much. And this lady right here, I don't know if you can see, this is Nanette. And she gave me a mug, Starbucks coffee mug. So I want to thank her for that. That was awesome. I love it. She said I needed something from Colorado. Okay. And then the next day, I went over to the Loveland. There's a quilt store in Loveland, and it is called Quilter's Dream. Absolutely fabulous store. You walk in, and there's instant inspiration. And these are the ladies. We had about 20 or so who came, and they were in the class. I want to thank them for hosting me. This is Paula. She was my point of contact. And thank you, Paula. I really, really enjoyed it. What a wonderful, wonderful group of people. So lots of fun there at up here in Colorado. Really had a great time. So I just want to make a little quick announcement. Because we are on the road, I am not doing giveaway Fridays. So it's till we get back. So we're going to be, and there's a lot less people in here. I can tell a lot of folks come on Friday just for giveaway Fridays, but that's okay. We've got 600. That's plenty. That's huge. So we had a wonderful time. We really, really did. It was a lot of fun. People learned a lot. I learned a lot. I love learning from you guys. In every class that I teach, somebody always passes along a tidbit, and just great, great information. So anyway, really enjoyed it. Let's see now. What else did I want to share with you guys? At the Loveland shop at Quilter's Dream, the ladies were looking at this bag. Now, this is a blue one. I had a green one that I was there. This is a matte bag. I have it stuffed full of Autumn Love fabric and thread and everything. But this is the bag that I use to carry my mats and my scan and cut. I've got a green one out in the truck, and that's there. She said, "Oh, I want you to talk about that and let me know what it is that I need to do to get that." So on my blog, I have, let me show you guys how to get there. I'm going to, let me stop that screen and show another one. I have got a link to the Yazzii bags. I'm going to go directly to the Yazzii site. Okay. And it's called the Quilt Mat Carrier. It's this one right here. And you can get it in whatever color you want. This fits 12 by 18. So it is perfect to carry the 12 by 12 mats. But if you start on my blog page, and I can jump over there, I'll go to my blog, powertoolswiththread.com. Okay. And go to shop PTWT links. This is where you can find all of the vendors that I work with, and come all the way down to the bottom. And there is Yazzii bags. So you start with this link, and then this coupon code works, PTWT10 for 10% off. So I'll try to save you guys a little bit of money while I'm at it. Okay. So that's very helpful. And I just wanted to share that with y'all too. Also, on here, on this vendor referrals, on the sidebar, there is a green box right here for Embrilliance. Wanted to let you guys know, or down here, I've got the link to Embrilliance, either one of them. When you start right here, okay, I have a link below the video. There is a coupon code for 10% off of Embrilliance right now. And it's got the coupon code in the link below the video. So where it says more, ... click that, and then it'll open it up, and it's right there at the top. People are asking me in all of the events that I did in the last couple of days, exactly which modules do they need to do snaplique, because that's what I'm showing up here. I'm either doing a demo of it, a lecture and a demo of it, or a full class. And the modules that you need are, let me come on down here. So they're going to have like this essential bundle with the fonts. You don't need that. All right. I had a lady ask me, bare bones, what do I need? Least expensive. How can I do it? So if budget is an issue, I get that. So if you look, that font bundle was $199. Embrilliance Essentials is $139 on sale. And then the coupon code will give you another 10% off. So you need essentials. I recommend Thumbnailer. It's only $39 with 10% off. That is going to let you see your designs on your computer as little pictures. And then you need a must is at least Stitch Artist Level 2, which is $369. But Stitch Artist Level 3 is what I recommend because of the simplicity of being able to manipulate graphics in those vector graphics that you import. If they have issues, then you can fix them with just a couple of clicks. It's a little more tedious and time consuming with Level 2, but I understand that budget is an issue. So you need essentials. You need at least Stitch Artist 2, and if you can swing it, Stitch Artist 3. If you already have 1 or 2, I get this question quite a bit, Stitch Artist 1 or 2. So you can click Essentials there, but right below that is a drop-down arrow for Stitch Artist. You can get Level 3 here or Level 2 here If you already have one or two, then you can go to upgrades and just click upgrades, and you can go from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 1 to 3. If you buy level 3, it includes all of the tools in 1 and 2. If you buy level 2, it includes all of the tools that are in level 1. So you don't have to purchase all 3 of them. You just need at least level 2, preferably level 3, and essentials. That will get you started with snaplique. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I had a lot of questions about that in the classes. Okay. You're not seeing my essential. Oh, you guys cannot see that. I apologize. Let me fix that. Oh my goodness. Oh, no. Yeah, let me fix that. How about that? I apologize. No, come back over here. So I showed you on the screen of my blog where to go, right? And we'll do this one more time very quickly. I'll just run through it. Can you get thumbnailer by itself? Yes, ma'am, you certainly can. That's a utility you purchase differently. You get a different code for it, and it's a separate installation. So here you go. And let me share this. Here it is right here. So this is the software and font bundle. You don't need that one. You can get it and you're going to get additional fonts with essentials, and that's fine. But right down here, Embroidery Essentials, right here, here's Thumbnailer, and then it shows you Stitch Artist, and here in the yellow box, it says level 1. I should have been looking at my phone to see what you guys were seeing. Here's level 3, here's level 2. All right. And then if you want a new module and you don't yet have it, Enthusiast, definitely do that. I was showing that yesterday, how to separate designs for multiple hoopings. But when you come here, this is what the product menu looks like on the left. And here is Stitch Artist. And this is where you get 1, 2, or 3. Or if you already have one of the levels, you can go 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or 1 to 3. All right. So that way you can just get an upgrade. It doesn't do you any good one way or the other to just purchase 3. It's the same cost as if you were to purchase upgrades. So you're not saving anything else. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. Those are the modules that you need. Essentials, Stitch Artist 2 at a minimum, prefer Stitch Artist 3. I get it. Budget can be an issue. So, and then she also asked me, what's the bottom line scan and cut that I need? And that is available on Amazon right now. And it is the SDX 85. They have those on Amazon. They're less than $300. And that way you can get it. The only thing with the SDX 85, you cannot scan a 24-inch mat, but everything else you're going to be able to do pretty much the same as I do for snaplique, to be able to scan in a paper pattern that was never intended to be a machine embroidery design, and then convert that picture that the scan and cut saw into a vector graphic in order to import it into the software, create an embroidery design, cut out your fabric, and then stitch it out. So yeah, all righty. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I appreciate it. Oh, so let's see here. Michelle says she thought the 325 was the lowest, but the best available. So there are other models that are out on Amazon. And if you buy a scan and cut on Amazon, then that is from the Brother USA store on Amazon that they sell on Amazon. So if you ever have any issues with it, you can find a Brother service center and take it there and they will service it. Okay. They're required to do that by Brother USA. So not all Brother dealers, like these small quilt shops, they may not be a Brother, they might be a Brother dealer, but they're not a Brother service center. You may be able to drop it off there and they have a Brother tech that will come and do whatever. But the machines that you get there, let me pull those up and show you guys. You can also get the SDX 85 and 85 or 125. But again, any model below 225 will not scan a 24-inch mat. So, yep, there. She's got a good deal from Amazon, the 230 DI from Amazon, and it does all the things that I do. Thank you, Crafting on a Dime. So, my Amazon store is amazon.com/shop/power tools with thread. Okay. But you can get there again from my blog. I've got a thing for Amazon. You can click that and jump over there quickly. But I wanted to show you guys the basic Amazon. Let's get there. And we are in Amazon Prime days. And I know that you guys are doing a lot of shopping. I understand the mats are on sale. So here is my Amazon store. Okay. We have my quilting favorites, tech and home, my embroidery favorites, and things in my RV, and some other scan and cut and travel favorites. Okay. So just up here, if you search Brother Scan and Cut like this, all right. So here's what's going to come up. All right. Lots of mats and whatnot, but $274 for the SDX 85S. This is going to do everything that you want to do snaplique. That's your bare bones model, but you can get this one here. This is the one she was talking about, the SDX 230 DI. It's a Disney machine, okay, and it's got Disney designs if you're interested in those. So my granddaughter was just tickled that the Quattro was a Disney machine, so she's already been looking all through those Disney designs. Here's the 125E. This will do it. The higher the number, I'll have you notice, since these are side by side, see the size of the screen on the 125, okay? And look at the size of the screen of the 85. It's very small, and the 85 can work with an app on your phone, all right? So you don't have to spend an arm and a leg on scan and cuts in order to be able to do this and whatnot. And then they've got other bundles. So like this one comes with, they all come with all the tools, all right? And it looks like this one they both come with the purple mat. So you just have to look at them and decide which one is best for your budget. The more stuff you get, the higher the cost. And here's a Prime Day deal, $417 for the 230 DI right here. That's great. So is that the one that was up there? Yeah. So this one is a Prime Day deal. It's usually around $500. So they've dropped the price on it. So that's a deal, you guys, if you want to get one. And that's about the most machine you're going to get on Amazon. Okay. Everything else, as you get higher in the numbers, you're going to need to go to a dealer, and always shop local if you can. Okay. So that's what's going on the Prime Day deals for y'all. Do I have the Oregon 9014 in my Amazon store? Yes, Judy, I do. Absolutely. I sure do. Are mats in my Amazon store? Yes, they are. So they have gone up in price, Linda. They're very popular. She says, wow, they've gone up in price in the last couple of years. Yeah, they're very popular. I remember when that SDX 85 was just $199. So, well, we're glad you're here, Robin. I'm glad you made it too. You got the 325 DX online. Well, Sandy, that could have been purchased from a dealer's website, not on Amazon. They don't sell those on Amazon. But you might have purchased it if you get a scan and cut, like from Mole Queens Sewing over in Tempe, a couple of different stores. But on their online site, you'll also get a free Power Tools with Thread tote bag too. So, okay. Well, thank you, Diane, for your super sticker. That's very thoughtful. I appreciate that. You're a sweetheart. Just trying to help you guys out so that you can get these things that you want at a good price. Okay. What do you got here? Isn't it good to get a rotary cutter and blade and vinyl cutter? Yes. Well, if you want, which 24-inch mat do I suggest for snaplique? Any of them will work, Krissa. Any of them. And yeah, if you can get additional blades and whatnot in a bundle, that's okay. But you really don't need another blade holder unless you lost it, right? So the blades you can buy separate. They look like little metal sticks with a sharp point on the end. You can buy those separate, and they're cheaper than buying the blade and the holder for it. Okay. So, oh, it was on Walmart. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. Alrighty. So, yeah, this is the time if you want to buy a scan and cut, maybe you're not near a dealer, or some dealers don't have those SDX 85s in stock. So check with your local dealers first, please. And if they don't have what you're looking for, then go to Amazon and do that. Usually the dealers will carry 325s and higher. The 225s are very difficult to find. They got bought up like crazy because they do scan a 24-inch mat. All right. So, we have new comments. I need to drop down and go there. All right. Anyway, but lots of questions yesterday on the scan and cut and Embrilliance. And so happy to answer those and show those where you guys can go. All right. So also starting Monday, we are going to begin the quilted Christmas tree. What software am I using for my King Quilter? Barb, I'm using Pro Stitcher Premium on my King Quilter 2 Elite. So awesome. So DVS Quilter got an SDX 325 from Sewing Machines Plus and got a rolling case for it as a bundle. Fantastic. Yeah. I have a link to Sewing Machines Plus in my PTWT links off my blog. All right. So we're going to begin. I don't have the front page. I printed it. I think I left it at home. So this is going to be the quilted Christmas tree, you guys. And I've been promoting this for many months. Okay. I have a link to it down below. And there were kits at Two Chicks Quilting. I don't know if they're still out of them or not. All right. But we will begin this. All right. And I brought all of my fabric with me. This is a quilting project with a little bit of snaplique. So I want to show you. The snaplique are going to be the ribbons on the top, the bows on the ribbons. Okay, those are all the same. So are there any fabrics that need color set in it? Sandy hasn't opened hers yet. Yes, Sandy, I did a video, a pre-recorded video on how I set all of the red fabric. Flo got her red fabric prepped yesterday. Good. Awesome. Okay, so in this pattern, you're going to get, and this is pretty much red, greens, creams. Let's see where that pattern piece is. Here it is right here. Here's your bow template. Okay. So this is what you're going to scan into the scan and cut to make your bows. Now, if you don't want to do snaplique, you don't have to. You can certainly do this the old-fashioned way and heat and bond light on the back and iron it down and whatnot, and then stitch it with your domestic sewing machine. So, all right. Yeah, use your stash. It was originally designed, oh, good. Brenda Estes, she went all out. She bit the bullet, ordered Embrilliance Essentials Enthusiast, Thumbnailer, Stitch Artist 2, and one other thing on Tuesday. You went shopping. Had a girl. Yeah. So the original intent of this was to get into your stash and use your Christmas fabrics up as best you can. And there was a huge demand for a kit. So never going back there. So there's a huge demand for a kit. So I did work with Two Chicks Quilting in Ganado, Texas to create kits for you guys. All right. So I've got all mine right here. You get the fabrics. Oh, here's the front of it right here. Here's what it looks like. There's your pattern right there. So there's our quilted Christmas tree. We have just a little bit of snaplique on it. Tells you on the back what cutting you need to do with them. And we're going to start that on Monday. So Monday, I'm going to be cutting in my motorhome, which I'd rather not do, but I didn't cut it before we left. So there you go. All right. Let's see. Are you guys talking about the, you having trouble with your scan and cut? Getting connected to your network. Okay. Lady came up and asked, She asked at the class that I did in Longmont. Her internet service provider did a switch with the internet, and now her scan and cut won't connect to her network. So does the fabric blade need a special holder? It has a gold top holder, but no. I mean, you can change the blade on any of them. It's just they're color coded so that you know which is which. Okay. Is there a pattern for the bow, an embroidery pattern? Yeah, it's a sewing pattern, Roxanne. In there. I just showed it on the page. So you buy it as a PDF download for that quilted thing. So anyway, she asked the question. She's like, now my internet did something and I can't connect my scan and cut. You need to go, I've got one in my Amazon store. It's about $75. I got a dual band mesh repeater. Okay. And that allows your scan and cut to see the 2.4 megahertz. Okay. And that way you can connect. If you cannot connect your scan and cut to your router, and I'm not talking about if you just did the update. If you just did the update and you can't connect, you need to do the factory reset on the machine. Go through your menu and do the factory reset and then reconnect. But if you're good and you can't connect to a router in your house because it can't see that 2.4 megahertz, whatever that is, bandwidth, you need to get a dual band repeater, Wi-Fi repeater. And then it will let it see it and connect to that. Okay. All righty. So all this tech stuff with these toys we have, right? Makes it hard. Makes it hard. All righty. So updates for Autumn Love. Let's talk about Autumn Love. There are pattern updates that you need to get if you just bought the USB and you haven't done the pattern updates yet. Those are on the site for Riley Blake. And let me go here. I need to type that in. I got it off of my blog. I have them on my blog. So if you just Google Riley Blake pattern corrections or pattern updates, that's all you need to do is just Google Riley Blake pattern updates. Let me show you where they are at. So, I was still on Amazon. Here we go. Will your BES4 work with Windows 11? It should, Bridget. Okay. Pattern updates at Riley Blake Designs. So here we are. So we've got Riley Blake Designs, all right, and you want to go to the page where at Pattern Updates, Kit and Pattern Updates, okay? Come all the way over here to Machine Embroidery. Click on that. That's going to take you to the Machine Embroidery page. Let me make sure you guys are seeing that. Yes, you are. Okay. And then come on down here and scroll down. Project updates right here are going to give you the updates for Autumn Love. You need to go here, click on this image. Let me see if you can see that. And it's not showing it for you guys. Just click on that, and that's going to give you the project updates that you need. Okay. Because it opens up a PDF file. Now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on my back button. That is for the design file updates. Back here on the Machine Embroidery page, I'm going to scroll down and I want to go to freebies. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to go to freebies, okay? And there's the finished size charts, the chart that you need. So when you click on that, you're going to get a PDF. Let me show you what it looks like. I'm going to stop this and go back. And then I have that so that you can find it and see what it looks like. Let me do this. Here it is. So this is the design, and each block has a finished amount. Now it's weird in the center. You're at 13 by 15 and a quarter. Okay, that's the one that's a little bit weird. But you need to look at these. And for instance, like this, the oak leaf block, 5 by 5. All of these blocks around the outside, if they are a single block, they are 5 by 5. These that are on the sides, the milk can, and over here, the milk can and corn, and the scarecrow and the apple basket are 5 by 10. All right. And then down here, we have a 5 by 5. And we've got a 5 by 5 down here. This is a 5 by 17. And it fits. They look a little bit weird, but they work. Okay. And so when you stitch out these blocks, regardless of the trim line or whatever basting stitch might be there, regardless of that, if you're not sure, always rely on, take your 5.5-inch centering ruler and trim these blocks to 5.5. You always want to trim these 5 by 5 blocks to 5.5. Center it on the center of the block. And then if you have any stitching from the basting stitch or the trim line that's going to be in there, you can pick it out. You shouldn't have to, but if you do, just pick it out. Okay. And then and that'll give you a 1/4 inch seam allowance on either side of the block, top, bottom, and side. So I know that we have had some folks in the Facebook group, we've had a lot of consternation about this. Okay. It's just really important to look at this. Now, this is the 6 by 10 stitchable area. Okay. Then you can come on down. Here's your 8 by 12 stitchable area. And that gives you the block sizes for the 8 by 12, 7.5 inch square. And then I'm going to come on down here. Here's the 9 by 14 stitchable area. These need to be trimmed to 8 3/4. So these are really important. This is a really important document for you guys to look and see what these need to be stitched like. All right. So again, if you've got a basting stitch or a trim line that was done or whatever, y'all, and just trim the block according to this and it will fit. Okay. So again, you can find that on the Riley Blake website. No, Sandy, so you scroll down. That's if you're doing the small size, and then you can scroll down and there's the medium size and the large size. So you get them all. It is a beautiful quilt. But we've had a lot of folks I've seen where the blocks weren't trimmed to the right size for whatever reason. And then they put the quilt together and the middle didn't fit with the bottom. Well, the block wasn't trimmed correct. So, I'm trying to get that out there for folks as much as I can to let everybody know that those documents are there. Linda, that is found on the Riley Blake pattern correction page, and then go to machine embroidery and down at the freebies. Okay. And on the freebies part, I just went through all of that. This is under freebies. Yes, Kathy. It sure is. So, just be sure to look at that. That's so incredibly important. I have had them go over, I've contacted Riley Blake and I've had them go over it and double, triple check the measurements to make sure that your blocks are going to fit. All right. And again, if you have a block stitched out, And you might have a little bit of a trim line or a basting stitch show in that finished size. Just pick that out. All right. So I just thank you, Linda. She said, I'm a great and patient teacher. Well, we have a lot of folks that have a lot of different questions, and people come on at different times and they don't hear everything. And so, oh, can I show you where to find it again? All right, Linda, I will. Let me do this. Where to find it again? Okay, let me present the screen. You need, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to show you how to get there. I'm going to show you how to get there. If I can have this page jump, let's see. So you're going to Google, okay? We're going to Google Riley Blake. Riley Blake is the creator of the embroidery designs. Riley Blake embroidery corrections. Just Google that and hit return. And the very first thing that comes up is Riley Blake pattern updates. You're going to click that. And then it's going to jump you to the kit and pattern updates. Okay. Here's the top menu across this page. Come all the way over to machine embroidery. You're going to click it. Your design file updates are right here in the project updates. The PDF for the block sizes are here under freebies. That's where you find that. I also have them on my blog, powertoolswiththread.com. And you can download them from here at the Riley Blake website. That's always best. You're going to get the most current version of everything that's out there. All right. You're welcome, Linda. You are very welcome. That's important that you guys know where to get those things. Let me do this. There we go. Okay. Tracy, I don't have the trimmer by George with me, sweetheart. I don't have it. She wants me to show that to you again, and I don't have it with me here in the bus. So Brenda says she ordered the embroiderings from my page. Thank you, sweetie. Will they let you know that you did and get my cut? No, ma'am, they don't. They don't let me know. I just, every once in a while a check shows up in the mail and that's it. I don't know who did or what or whatever. They don't have theirs set up like that. Right. Good. You got a fabric mat and blade. Awesome, Sandra. You are welcome for my Amazon link. That's great. So this autumn love, and I've seen, like I said, if you've seen the posts in the Facebook group, some people are saying they're loving it. Everything's working out great. And some folks are saying they're never going to do another one of these. And I hope you don't feel that way, because Prim is coming and I'm going to do Prim this fall, the embroidery quilt. So that's just a little heads up. I want to let you guys know that. And I will be working with Two Chicks Quilting again to do Prim. So that is on the, that's in the queue. I can let you guys know. How do you update your files? Should you download the originals to the PC and then click on the updates? I have not done this. I'm told that the updated files are named identically to the files that are on the USB. Okay. So you can copy and paste. Once you download the new updates, copy and paste those to I guess we could try that together, but I don't think you can see my windows. What is Prim, Betsy? Prim is another Lori Holt quilt, and it's an embroidery quilt. Yeah, Bunny says, what's Prim? What's Prim? What's going on with Prim? Prim is a fabric line from Lori Holt, and it is a beautiful quilt, an applique quilt. Now, the applique quilt used the simple shapes. But the embroidery design is different. So do I have a replace? Do I what? Do they have a replacement rotary blade? I don't think so, Juanita. I don't think I've seen that. I don't know. No transcript on today's travels. Oh, the transcript, Glenda, she's talking about where you can read the transcript of what I was talking about and see that. That will show up probably about an hour or so after the live. It takes a little while. You guys are going to look at Prim. Do I have a pic of the Prim quilt?
Yeah. I need to quit shopping.
Yeah, you guys need to quit shopping. So, and please wait. So, Two Chicks Quilting is ordering all of the kits they're going to kit Prim for you if you want to do that. Some of you already have the Prim fabric, okay, and you haven't done anything with it yet. You might have the fat quarter bundle. Keith's going to take Frito outside. So that's a good way to work it, Marge. She said she downloaded the updates and put them in a separate folder for now. She'll go there as she does each block for the updated files. Smart. Yeah, that's very smart. You guys, don't keep your designs on your thumb drive, all right? Or jump drive or whatever you want to call it. You need to keep them on your hard drive. If the thumb drive fails, you'll be stuck. So be sure to copy them from your thumb drive to a folder on your computer. Just create a new folder, call it Autumn Love in your embroidery folder, and then copy them all in there. Okay. So let's see. So Marilyn, I appreciate that. She says she hopes Riley Blake improves their process. Love the embroidery designs they're coming out with. So Marilyn, they hired a new embroidery digitizer. I actually had a Zoom call with them and met her virtually, and she hears you. So I saw a comment in the Facebook group like, why don't they buy a pattern from Designs by Juju or OESD or Anita Good Design and see what those tiling scenes are like and what we expect? This fine lady has done that. She has done those before in her life, and she understands what we expect as embroiderers to put those kinds of things together. So I think going forward, right, the Autumn Love quilt was designed by a previous digitizer. They have a new embroidery digitizing department at Riley Blake, and they've got a digitizer on there who's doing all of this. So I just want to, encourage you guys, don't give up hope yet, please. And Fat Quarter Shop sending you a new USB. You have files that were missing on yours. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, that's wonderful that you're getting support. So what all do you need for Enchanted Winter, and when do I start it? So Enchanted Winter, that's a Kimberbell design. That's coming. That's not even shipping till September. So yeah, Midge says, yay, a new digitizer that brings hope back. Yeah. I think they're going to have people there doing pattern testing long before it goes out. Okay. So you have the hometown embroidery and you'll tackle it next. Well, Sandra, that is from the old digitizer. Hometown is an older digitizer. So, grain of salt and all that. Lori says she's frustrated with all of it. I understand, Lori. I understand that. Yeah. I think that by my contacting them and getting them to create that finished size chart, the finished block size chart is much more helpful, okay, to get that all done. But yeah, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you, Bernadette. I appreciate that very much. Well, see, we got plenty of folks in here. You guys don't just come here for the giveaway on Friday. We're not doing giveaways until late August when we get back from our travels. I don't have any way to do shipping or any of that. So let's see. Just cut your fabric. Oh, so quilting with Harriet. So Harriet has good advice here. She has hometown. Just cut your fabric after the placement line, not what they tell you. There is fabric waste. That old way of doing it was so weird. You know, yes. Kathy says she's glad Riley Blake is listening and making major changes. Yeah, they are. They are. You know, that's important that companies listen to us, right? So you just come for the party. Awesome. So, Patty, we have a good time in here. Yeah, it's important that our vendors listen to us and know that what we're doing, by the time it reaches a quilt store, if you're a quilter and not an embroiderer, you really don't know what to expect. And so you only do what they tell you, but you do realize the fabric waste because they tell you to cut a 10 by 10 square when your hoop is only 6 by 10. Why do you need a 10 by 10 square? That doesn't make any. Oh, can you get a sneak peek of Prim? Sure. Let me pull that up. Let me see. Let's see if we can bring it up. So here is let's see. They've got it. I'll just take you out to the Riley Blake. What happened? There we are. Sorry about that, guys. Let me present and share my screen. Here it is. It's so pretty. There we go. So we are going to have, it's going to be in November of 2025 is when it will be available. All right. So that'll get us doing some great stitching for summer and whatnot. So here's the machine embroidery and it's applique. These are applique. It looks like there are satin stitches on those. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Whoop. Sorry about that. Did we go back to, let's see. So that is a sneak peek of Prim. That it's pretty, pretty, pretty. And it comes with its own line of fabric. Prim is a fabric line from Lori Holt. Again, if you have loads of Lori Holt fabric, you do not have to buy the kit. You can go into your own stash and match colors if you want, or if you've got a Prim bundle sitting around. So Prim was a quilt that used those So Simple shapes, I think, for that. So that's going to happen. We're going to start that again, November, is we're going to do Prim. And as soon as that comes out, then right now, the girls at Two Chicks Quilting are ordering all of that fabric. They're getting that all together. They haven't let me know just yet that they'll have a pre-order ahead of time for you guys, just like we did Autumn Love. Okay. And that Prim is in the digitizing testing phase right now with the new machine embroidery team at Riley Blake. Okay. Will the kit price with Two Chicks Quilting include the embroidery pattern? The way Riley Blake does it is the USB is one, that's your patterns, and the fabric kit is another. Okay. So right now, all Riley Blake is selling is they're just putting out the USB. Probably quilt shops will probably start to kit the kit for it, but I'm working with Two Chicks. Did I use a different background for Autumn Love? No, Beth. I ordered that cloud background. Right. They're not going to be available. You'll be able to pre-order, okay? And Two Chicks Quilting is going to get it all first, the fabric, because she orders hundreds of bolts because you guys. What about wool, like Primitive Gatherings wool designs? Yeah, Bridget, you can certainly cut wool on your Scan and Cut. I talked to Stacy from Buttermilk Basin at Road to California, and she let me know that, yes, she has cut wool with Heat and Bond light on the back. You pre-ordered. Okay. Oh, is it out there already, Beth, on Two Chicks? I didn't know this. You're ordering the Prim. Okay. That's going to be a pretty little quilt, you guys, too. So let's see. Is that out there? I need to check on the Two Chicks quilt. Let me see. Two Chicks Quilting. Let's see if she's got that out there already. She didn't tell me she had it, but she might have. Let's see. This is going to be fun. We're going to do the same thing. Let's see. Quilt shop. There we go. Got it right there? Let me share it. Two Chicks Quilting. Okay, if you go to Fabrics and Kits and get on that page and come all the way down here to the bottom of the menu, there is Power Tools with Thread in their Fabrics and Kits. You click that. Nope, it doesn't look like it's out there yet. Nope. So the kit for the Quilted Christmas tree is sold out, you guys. So she doesn't have that anymore. But you can pre-order it. You can certainly pre-order it through your quilt shops. Again, you guys, I encourage you to shop local. But they're going to go ahead and put that out there. Have I heard anything about the Riley Blake Jane Austen's bookshelf design that was due out in June? No, Renee, I have not. Don't know about that. They might be crazy doing Prim and making sure it's ready for everybody. What size needle and thread for wool and machine embroidery? You know, Sandy, I've never stitched on wool. If anybody has that answer, please pop it into the chat. All right. I've not done machine embroidery with wool. So the way wool is constructed, you're not going to pierce any fibers with a sharp. I don't know. I'm going to play with that. So, and see how that goes. But I have to wait till I get home because I have my wool kits from Buttermilk Basin at home. Anyway. Yeah, the Jane Austen quilt is gorgeous. I know. It's adorable. Well, you guys. Okay, so today I had just wanted to let y'all know where to find the updates for the pattern for the Autumn Love quilt. If you had missed that several weeks ago. And then also, Elaine says to use a 9014 needle. Great, Elaine, thank you. And then go ahead and look for the block pattern cut sizes. Again, just trim the block to the size that's indicated on that PDF file. Center your 5.5 or whatever it is, center your ruler, find that center and cut to that size, put it all together and they will fit. Okay. It's important to do the centering. Very important. So anyway, all right, you guys, our hour is almost up. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you got a lot out of it. Thank you for your super sticker, sweetheart. And I'm looking forward to getting started on Monday with you guys doing the, Keith has given the thumbs up right now to remind me to tell you guys to give a thumbs up. Kathy uses a sharp needle as it's a woven and fusible on the back for wool. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. All right, y'all, this has been great. I love you guys, and I will see you on Monday, and we're going to start cutting the quilted Christmas tree. We'll talk to you soon. Go sew something. Bye. Oh, be sure to subscribe, you guys. It's free.